This is Rick, and welcome to Astral Club. This episode is Basic Psychic Self-Defense. Before we get into it, just want to mention Patreon. If you'd like to support the work of Astral Club and spreading information about the astral world and astral projection, you can do so on Patreon. When you do, you get advanced episodes on Sunday, a library of downloaded episodes for your podcast app, and a Patreon email where we can talk back and forth and you can ask questions. If you're interested, there will be a link in the description. Next up, private lessons. If you'd like to learn to astral project or to improve your current capabilities, I'd be more than glad to work with you. If you'd like more information, you'll find the email in the description as well. Okay, basic psychic self-defense. I normally pay a lot of attention to comments and questions that I get throughout the week. It gives me somewhat of a pulse of subjects that people are interested in or they need more information. And this week I've been getting quite a number of inquiries involving self-defense against a variety of threats. So I decided just to do this episode to review some of the typical methods that you can use to bolster your self-defense mechanisms. And let's get started. Number one, you want to start with pranayama breathing, which is a rhythmic breathing exercise. Many people use similar techniques when they meditate. All you're doing is intentional breathing, and this intentional breathing, this particular method is thousands of years old, goes way back to ancient India. When you do this conscious breathing for a few minutes, you feel yourself centered and in an altered state. The way it works is this. You inhale slowly through your nose to a count of 5. You hold to a count of 6. Then you exhale slowly through the mouth to a count of 4, and then you hold for a count of 6. So it's 5, 6, 4, 6, if you want a quick way to remember it. Once you've done this for a few minutes, you will feel yourself in a different state of being. So now you know you're ready for the next step. You want to surround yourself with a ball of white light that extends from the soles of your feet up to the crown of your head. Picture this light surrounding you, this warm, protective light, as clearly as you can. And once you're done having this very clear picture in your head, you can let it go. But know that this light will continue to surround you and protect you throughout the night. Number 3. If you have religious beliefs of any sort, you can place sacred or holy objects and books in your bedroom. I'll give you an example for Christians because that's how I was raised. You can use your own religious beliefs, if any, as substitutions. But for Christians, you might say sprinkle holy water throughout the room, especially all 4 corners. You might have a Bible and a crucifix inside your bedroom or a cross because these can be helpful as well. I find that playing Gregorian chant music during the day while you're away and softly at night while you sleep is another good idea. You can call on your guardian angel for protection while you sleep. Lastly, a good idea is to read Psalm 23 before you go to sleep. And for those who aren't quite up on their Bibles, that's the one that starts with "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." So that's another good way to send yourself off to sleep with some added protection. Now that's, like I said, that's a basic Christian approach. You can apply, if you have religious beliefs, your own versions of these types of things. And they should work just as well. A last idea, this is going to be a short episode because I don't believe it requires a lengthy episode, quite frankly. What you can do, let's say you don't have any religious beliefs in particular. What you can do is go on Amazon and order yourself some sage smudge sticks. They're very inexpensive. And what you do is when you get the stick, you have something that's fireproof that you could put underneath it. And you light the smudge stick. Before you start this whole process, make sure all the windows are open and mind your smoke detectors. You don't want to set those things off if you can avoid it. But once the windows are open and you're taking care not to get too close to that smoke detector, you want to go around all four corners of your room and smudge the whole room with this sage smudge stick. This is a Native American belief that they use for purification rituals. So if that's something that you find yourself attracted to, you can always pursue that. Above all, know that ultimately you are protected. While these energies can perhaps be frightening at times, they can't truly hurt you. These methods of self-defense will just bolster your already high wall of protection. And if you find them useful, then continue to use them. If you don't find them useful, then discontinue whenever you feel like it. But that's basically it. That's what I wanted to talk about. There's a little bit there for you for anyone who feels they need a little extra protection. If you liked this, please hit the like button. Share it with those of like minds. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure that bell is hit so that you're notified on Wednesday afternoon and Saturday morning when the new episodes are broadcast. And leave your questions and comments. If you have some ideas that you've used in the past for psychic self-defense, you can put them down or let me know what you think about the process. And I'd be more than glad to answer those questions and share that knowledge with everyone in Astral Club. As always, this is Rick, and I will see you on the astral plane.